We may not think about it, but music plays an important role in our daily lives. Yet music programs in schools across the country continue to be cut or risk losing funding, leaving millions of budding musicians without access to music education, which can include learning to play a musical instrument. March is Music in Our Schools Month, and one video game company is helping students of any age learn to play. Shane Gann is a member of the touring band Hail the Sun and the lead music library developer for Rocksmith Plus. He's joining us today from New York to talk about more about this program and why you should be looking into it. Shane, obviously music played a big role in your career. How did you first become inspired, and why is music education such an important part of school education?
Yeah, thanks for having me. Music first entered my life through hearing it at home. My dad was a self-taught acoustic guitar player. He plays fingerstyle, and I just loved the environment that created, hearing him write his own music and just fill the space with the beautiful sound of an acoustic guitar. Inspired me to pick one up of my own in middle school, and since then I've moved over to an electric guitar for the most part. But music education for me has been the most valuable aspect of my life, really. It's had wide-reaching impacts on my creativity and my collaboration in terms of joining bands and learning how to listen to other musicians while playing. But also it's improved my skills in terms of like logic and critical thinking and math, and it has just really wide-reaching impacts.
And for a lot of people, that gateway, I remember, picking my instrument when I was in 5th grade and starting that. And of course, March is Music in Our Schools Month, but there, of course, no age limit on picking up an instrument and learning to play. What's the easiest way to get started with all of that?
My answer would be any natural step that you're inclined to take will be the easiest method to go for. Any first step can be the right first step as long as it's in a direction that is supportive of your goals and your interests, and that could be picking up a particular instrument, say guitar, bass, or piano, which are supported by Rocksmith Plus. But it could also include going into live production or studio production or composition as a whole. Any of those are viable entry points to the career or just the world of music, and there's a lot of bouncing around that you can do within that world, and that's what's really fun about just getting your foot in the door.
And you're the lead music library developer for Rocksmith Plus. Tell us more about that game, and how do you choose what goes into the library?
Yeah, thank you. Rocksmith Plus is a music learning platform. We've gamified the experience so that you feel like you're really a part of playing along with your favorite songs or the lessons materials that we have included in the service. And the song selection process is multifaceted in and of itself, but it tends to gravitate towards a couple of main points, which are, one is listening to our very vocal supporter base, which has been with us for over 10 years that Rocksmith has been a brand. But also we love to explore different avenues for genres or styles of music or music from around the world that our players may not be privy to. And that is a really fun part of curating that experience and, again, making it really enjoyable to learn music.
And of course, you as a professional musician, you got to keep up your guitar skills in top form while you're on the road. How do you do that?
Thankfully, the performance itself serves as a pretty perfect practice regimen. It keeps me at the top of my game so that the audience is experiencing as close to perfection as possible. And our band is a little bit more technical, so that's a pretty important part. On top of that, though, I can take Rocksmith Plus with me on the road and use my mobile device, either iOS or Android. And the device itself works as the only equipment needed. I can play acoustically directly into the microphone and get real-time feedback on my performance in terms of actual skills or techniques that I'm working on, or even in my case, I can run 5 songs from Hail the Sun, which we were fortunate to release on the platform last year.
Awesome. So we probably have viewers that want to find out more information about Rocksmith Plus. What is the best place for them to do that?
I'd send them straight over to getrocksmith.com. We've got a 7-day free trial available, as well as multiple subscription tiers that are all very, very valuable, especially when you consider the price of, say, a private instructor. The individualized educational experience that you can get from Rocksmith Plus is definitely worth it. So check it out.
I think it's great what you guys are doing. We'll be sure to put all that information for you at our website, yourcarolina.tv. Shane, thank you so much for coming on and talking to us this morning.
It's been a pleasure. Thanks for having me.